Alright, welcome everybody to Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys live stream for the 2019 Stocks for Tots autograph recap. Got a lot to cover, got a lot of autographs yesterday. Originally, what I was planning on doing with this was, honestly, I was going to be doing a two-part video, but I was looking at it and I was like, do I really want to film for about 40 minutes worth of film? And most likely half of it wouldn't get seen because I know a lot of you guys would not go and watch all that. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just go film it live and kind of share it that way. Like I said, we got a lot to cover. I've got these in the background because I've got some special cards that I'm eventually going to throw up to show. Just recently got done filming our mail day from Purple GT22. He had sent us over a package today, so that'll be coming out later this week. For those of you who enjoy our awesome mail days, be looking forward to that. Before we get started as well, tomorrow we will be live at 6:30. I believe that's what we're going to shoot for. 6:30 with our 2017 NASCAR Donruss hobby box break. We've got 2 hobby boxes that we're going to be opening, and some of you have bought in, and we really greatly appreciate all the continued support. Me and Cleveland Card Connection has went in halves on that, and we really appreciate everybody who's stepped up and helped us out. I can go ahead and tell you guys we got 256 autographs yesterday. Now, some of these did not come at the Stocks for Tots. Minus, I want to say 20 of them. The rest came from Stocks for Tots. So you do the math. Roughly around 236 autographs, guys, down there at Stocks for Tots. That's insane. It was insane, guys. We'll go ahead and do something real quick. I want to send a special shout out to my buddy Kevin Smith. 236, yeah. 256 for the day, man. We got this. This is why I went live. There is no way, Josh, and I'm going to sit here and film 236 autographs. I'd have to do it, split it up in halves, and that would be about 40 minutes worth of video. And I know everybody's not going to go watch 40 minutes worth of video. I think it would be a better opportunity to share it this way. But shout out to Kevin Smith. He gave me this yesterday, and he also gave me this. Another Max 91 crossed off in the set. He was at Juniors when Ricky Rudd was there, so I wasn't able to go. So I was super, super pumped about getting the Ricky Rudd. So glad to add that. I'll give y'all a little preview. Here's a stack of cards we got. I won't go through those until just a few. Check it out. All those are signed. And like I said, minus about 20 cards from that was signed away from the Stocks for Tots. I want to give a special shout out also to the Mooresville Police Department. They were handing these out with a generous donation, and I don't mind giving them $1 or whatever to help out their stuff down there. They lost an officer. It's been a couple months ago, so didn't mind doing that. We went to David Gilliland. Now this card right here, I was supposed to be getting it back through the mail, but I had went in and talked to, I think his name is Josh. What a coincidence. And I said, Josh, can I get that David Gilliland card and go ahead and have David sign it? I mean, he's down here in the office. And he said, sure, why not? Because usually when we go down on Mondays, it's a hard time trying to get David out of the meeting room because he has a lot of meetings. But it's turned out really great. It's from 2013. I think it's Total Memorabilia. I didn't mind getting it signed just because it was David Gilliland. I don't normally do this for these types of cards, but it's a piece of fire suit, and I think the auto turned out great on there. So there's that. We'll go ahead and throw that in the background. Give us a little bit something in the background. But I'm not going to share the flag. I'll go ahead and flash it up. There's no way. We're going to have to do a special video on this flag one of these days. This flag is massively growing. What's up, Kevin's Card Collecting? I thought it said Kevin Smith for a minute. I about had a fit. I thought he done showed up on me. Good to see you, Kevin. This flag is getting to be insane. These are all the names, just a little quick rundown of who is on that flag. Appreciate it, man. We added a couple, though. We added Steve Park, Cole Custer, Ted Musgrave, Tim Fedewa, Ronnie Thomas, Shona Robinson, Travis Tiller, and Charlie Roberts to the flag. The deal with the flag is, for those of you who don't know, if you've ran one cup race, you're considered eligible to be on that flag. If you've run 500, you get the picture. You're eligible on the flag. So I have a lot of names on there. I'm soon to actually retire it because it's just getting overwhelming, and I don't want to continue to keep hauling it around and something happened to it or whatever. But a lot of names on there. So we added 8 names to the flag. All right, then we went to Junior Motorsports as well. That was some of the stuff. We went to Junior Motorsports and I grabbed some new cards they had put out. And Miss Kathy, which is Junior's aunt, was in there. And that's a nice little Ryan Truex. I thought that was really neat. They didn't have it the last time I was down there. Nice Jeb Burton. Didn't have this one. State water heaters. I love this one. Honoring all who have served. Noah Gragson. That is a beautiful, beautiful card. That's the front. And then here's the back. Y'all see why I say it would take forever for me to sit here and show y'all all the stuff. I've got a special junior that I'm going to hold off for just a second. We went to Kyle Busch Motorsports and I grabbed this Brandon Jones. I hadn't been able to get that one yet. A Chandler Smith. I know I didn't have that one. A Riley Hurst. I believe I've got this one, but I'm not sure because it's the 46 truck, but I could have it. I'm not sure. And then I was really anticipated about this. Check that out. You know what? You really do have a good idea there, man. Make it a YouTube series. I'll look into that. That's a good idea. I'm glad you said that. That's a great idea. Check this out, though. Greg Biffle. I'd been wanting to get my hands on this, and I talked to the receptionist so many times and asked her about it. And finally, she came through with the Greg Biffle hero card. He had drove. It's a blank back. I thought it had something on the back. But he had drove and won at Texas earlier. So I don't know when I'll get it signed, but super happy to have that one. All right, now I mentioned we went to juniors. Finally got my hands on the Darlington throwback card, and I can't believe I own this. Wow, can y'all believe that? Look at that. That is a beautiful card. I cannot wait to get this signed. These things are rare and hard to kind of come by. Really, the only way you can get them was at Darlington. The other way would be if you bought something Hellman's in the shop or whatever. But I can't believe I finally got one. Now I just got to get it signed, which that'll be next year. And can't wait. I can already see it now. That one's a special one. I've been chasing that one for a while. Alright, we got some of the little notables out of the way. We did get this from Grant Enfinger. He was down there. This is a little flag. I've already got one. It's signed. I might give it away or something in the future later on down the road. So that was pretty neat. We got a Sinclair gasoline blow-up little thing too for my son. I'm not able to show it because it's kind of got a hole in it. We also got this hat from Kyle Lockrow. I said I'd give him a shout out on the channel. He said he would check us out. I don't know if he has or not. Who knows? He's a race car driver, though. He was asking me about filming. What was I doing with a GoPro? So he gave us this hat and told us give him a shout out. And if we kindly would. And I said I would. So there's Kyle Lockrow Racing. Funkin', what's up, man? We're showing some stuff that we got from last night at the Stocks for Tots event. Alright, really quick, let's run through these die-casts. A lot of you may or may not know Humphrey Wheeler. He used to own Charlotte Motor Speedway, and he's really a multi-millionaire in my opinion. But he also starred in the movie Cars 3, and he was labeled as Tex Dinoco For those of you who have kids, or you may be like me and love the movie just as much as as my son does. But I finally got my Tex Dynaco signed, and he signed it to my son, Grayson. It says, "Good job, Humphrey Wheeler." And this one is from the original Cars 3 lineup, the first release when they done him. Yeah, man, this was actually for kids and adults, honestly, Funkin'. But the money that was raised, we paid $25 for our tickets, and the money that was raised went to the abused children in the community and stuff. So all the money was kept local down there, and that's why I like going every year for that. Dear Man says hi. It's good to see you. But we wound up getting 256 autographs. That's what we're doing now. We got Tim Fedewa on the classic number 33 Kleenex car. He was super happy to see this. He's like, they still have these things floating around unpackaged, not open. I'm like, yeah. I was like, they sure do. So there he is. He is Kevin Harvick's spotter. You would have loved to have met him, Josh, I'm sure. And then, go ahead and give y'all a little preview here. There's the dinosaur thing, the Sinclair Gas Company that they gave us. Go ahead and give y'all a little preview. We got a preview for Wave 9 2019 NASCAR Authentics. Check it out. Grant Enfinger truck. Signed. Picked it up. Was at the mall right as they opened at 10 o'clock. And picked her up. Check it out. Grant Enfinger. Two of them. One of them's mine. One of them's Cleveland Car Connections. Picked it up for him. That is a beautiful truck. And here's your little flash preview, too, of what's coming in Wave 9. You got Alex Bowman, Jamie McMurray, Ryan Newman. Roger got that one signed last night. Chase Elliott WinCar, Jimmy Johnson, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Busch, and Martin Truex. And if you're looking for the Chase piece in Wave 9, it's going to be that one. So those are nice. Go ahead and follow up with that. With the Chase Briscoe. Now this one looks great. Grant said me and Roger was the first ones that he had seen signing them. We were the first ones that he signed. So we felt privileged. And also, he said that he had never seen it, so he was pretty stoked about it. I said, well, you can just head right down to Lionel and grab them. They've got a couple. I'm sure they'll be getting more shipments in. I think he said he would. But we've also got footage. I was running the GoPro. I'm going to have to edit some of that stuff, but I'll be throwing that up as a video, and y'all can go back and watch me get some of these autographs. This is the Chase Briscoe. It's not signed. I figured I'd go ahead and throw it in there. That is a nice car, though. Neutra chops. So, there's a little Wave 9 preview. That's the only two that I really wanted from Wave 9. If it's not Larson or it's not a Chase piece, I normally just go ahead and pass up on them. My son got these. I got these for him. Stocks for Tots coloring papers. So there they are. I'm just showing everything I grabbed. So if we got it, y'all gonna see it. Got Josh this too from Lionel. Eric Jones from Wave 5. They have what they call a clearance bin. They knocked the prices down to $3 in the bin. You can see there's nothing wrong with this car at all. It's just older releases, and they kind of push them out the door and get rid of them. Should have told him he could have bought mine for $50. Oh God! I almost started to give him one, honestly, Josh, but I was like, you know what? I'd be giving him mine. I don't think Josh wants to give him his, but I thought about it, but I just went ahead and moved on. Alright, start showing some of the stuff. We got these at Stocks for Tots as well. They were giving them out as freebies, yada yada. I've had several of them. They're really nothing to me. Casey Mears and Jimmy Johnson. I'm not even going to stay on them. I bought some cards. We'll get to those in a minute. Check this out. I don't know how y'all are going to see this, but this is an old Shona Robinson poster. Polaroid Racing. She was handing these out as the item that she was signing. Shona used to drive back in the 90s on up to the early 2000s. And there's the autograph. That's pretty cool. Shona Robinson. So it was a pleasure for me to meet her. That was the first time that I'd ever gotten her autograph and had met her. So she was really nice. Y'all will see it in the video whenever I throw that up. I got a lot of editing work to do on that because it was kind of lengthy. It was really like an hour's worth of film, and I've got to figure out how to get that down to where you guys will watch some of it. All right, let's go ahead and show some of the hero cards we got now. I won't spend too much time on some of them just to keep moving. Mad Dog Davey. Now, I actually know this guy kind of somewhat used to, but I don't think he remembers me now. We used to be in the Racing to Cure program together when I was involved in racing a whole lot with my go-kart and stuff, and they sponsored me and whatnot. All right, you guys tell me if y'all know who this is. He is a former Yankees athletic trainer. He worked for him for like 49 years. Gene Mahoman. And he signed it to Daniel, my very best. And then his name. But he worked for the Yankees. I mean, it may not be valuable, but obviously he would not sign these things without you putting your name on it. He was very, very blunt with doing that. So I kind of figured he knows what's going on. He don't want nobody to sell his autograph. But right there's his stats, legendary athletic trainer. I don't really know much about him. I just know that he was a former Yankees trainer, and now he works with Hendrick Motorsports. Now this is Renee Perks. She's a former Miss Winston Cup back in the 90s. And she put love Renee Perks with a heart. We've got this guy. Now this was the one that had the hat that he gave me. Kyle Lockrow is his name. Then we had this girl here. She was drove the junior dragsters. Piper Corey is her name. It says dream big, and she drew a little hard. I guess she was just gallying up there. Don Miller, which is the guy that puts this on down there. Legendary owner. Worked as a crew member as well with Rusty Wallace and stuff. Done a lot of engine building stuff. So there's Don. Then we got Grin Enfinger. That's the card he was giving out. Here's that Humphrey Wheeler guy. He had his $1 million bills down there. Told y'all he was a $1 million guy. That's pretty neat. The Wheeler Company. Alright, we had Sox and Martin. I don't know if any of you guys remember these guys. Drag racing. Sox and Martin. Buddy Martin. He was down there. It's really worth $25 in my opinion. Herb McCandless. Check that out. That's pretty sick. Doing a wheelie. There's the back of that one. Here we go. Doug Herbert. Some funny car guys and NHRA stuff. Doug Herbert. Legendary name in NHRA. Oh yeah, well worth it, man. For sure. That's why I say I wish you could come down to it one year. Ray Black Jr. He signed. Luke Anchors, I guess I'm saying his last name right. Motorsports, there he is. Too bad that wasn't Hump. Wheeler Wheelie. That's pretty funny. Joe Nemechek was down there. So I got him on that hero card. Now, they were supplying a lot of these cards. Then we got Mark Garrow. It says to Daniel, Mark Garrow, PRN, Merry Xmas 2019. These were the cards that they were supplying people if they didn't have anything to get signed. You know, like their own personal stuff. But I actually got Mark Garrow to give us a channel shout out. Y'all see that really soon. Mason Massey. He drives for... see who he drives for. I don't want to say it wrong. Not sure. Got some annoying neighbor issues going on out here as we currently talk. You just always got to make a lot of loud noise. Vinnie Miller. I thought this was cool. I like the way the card layout is. Pit Viper sunglasses. Check them out. So Vinnie Miller, he drives for BJ McLeod Racing. Then BJ had another driver there. BJ wasn't there. I don't know. He must have had some prior engagements that he was taking care of. Matt Mills. He's a driver for BJ McLeod. Then we got Jason Line. Some more drag racing stuff. 3-time champion. Greg Anderson. Legendary name as well. 4-time champion. Austin Cindric. Signature card here. Todd Bodine, check this out. He asked me when this was, and I was like, it's at Martinsville earlier this year. He's like, oh yeah, I remember. I don't know if he really remembered or not. Some of these guys will just say that, but I got that one. That one turned out really cool. We got Chris Buescher with the new number change, number 17 after his signature now. He didn't have anything to get signed. You know what I'm saying, for his actual personal self. Here's Kevin Hamlin, not the old one, the new guy for the Cup Spotter. I'll tell y'all about that. I actually made the mistake and brought my Kevin Hamlins from when Dale Sr. was running. I actually thought that that's who it was. Got there and it wasn't him. I felt really stupid, but he said other people had done it too, so don't feel bad. He said it probably won't be the last time either. Danny Chocolate Myers was a surprise guest. Didn't even know he was going to be there. Didn't have anything for him, so luckily he had these, and I don't have this card, so super happy to have this one. It was a little different. Danny Chocolate Myers. Legend. Love the guy, too. He's nice. I was happy about this. Throwback to Baja. This is a guy that works with Jimmy Johnson. I think it's his spotter, actually. I don't know the guy's name, honestly. I should have done a little bit of research before I done this one, but it was a throwback scheme. So, check it out. Seriously. Throwback. Jimmy Johnson card. I didn't have this one. So, just for the card itself, I'd love to have Jimmy sign this one for sure. Was that the same chocolate from Dale Sr.'s pit? Yes, it was. Chocolate is a nice guy. We got another chocolate there. Karen gave me another one, which is his wife. Todd Gilliland signed this one for us. He had that one supplying it. I won't stick on this one much. Tim Brown, I really don't like the guy. He's a local race car driver that drives it up Bowman Gray, but I just don't like him. So we'll move on from that one. Todd Gilliland, he signed this one. Todd signed this one. Now, I brought both of these that I'm showing here. Same thing with these David Gillilands. I brought these to get signed. This was at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. I'm doing all right, man. We're just showing some stuff that we got signed last night at the Stocks for Tots event. Now, Austin Wayne Self was there, and he had these that he was supplying to get signed, and then I had my own personal. God, we had another Chocolate Myers. He must have gave me another one. But then we've got this one that I brought to get signed. Yep, I sure did. He was nice enough to talk to you too, Josh. I always like Chocolate. I actually know his wife pretty good. She used to be a radio and news person around our local area. Chocolate actually has been featured in the Stoneville Christmas Parade one time. I think it was like 2004 or 5. So he remembers me pretty well. We got David Strimmy, though. Check it out. He was unannounced. Was not even supposed to be there, and last minute we found out he was going to be there. And I was like, what in the world? I don't have anything to get signed for David. And so luckily, David had these. So I had, this is what he's doing now. He actually races these dirt cars, and he builds chassis, lethal chassis. He told me that's what he's doing now. So was happy to see David. I've met him several times. Used to see him a whole lot at the dirt tracks and stuff, but it's been a while since I'd seen David. Jordan Anderson, a very, very nice guy, up and coming driver in the truck series. Butch Mock, legendary name here. He was a owner and driver in the Cup Series. Check it out. This is a very, very nice card. Very nice. Yeah, he was. We'll get to Ashley in just a second if you want to hang around. Butch Mock. That is a nice card in my opinion. What's up, Grammy? Good to see you. Mike McLaughlin, if you guys remember Mike. Max McLaughlin. If you guys remember Mike McLaughlin, then this is his kid. I kind of got that mixed up there. Max is actually moving up. Alright, that's fine. If you want to pop back in, I'm sure we'll still be filming. You can come back and continue on, because I've got some more stuff to show, and then we'll probably be going through the cards when you get back, if you want to hang around. But that's his kid, Max. Winston Kelly was there, signing these Hall of Fame cards. Austin Hill, he's a truck driver. Really good truck driver, honestly, in my opinion. Thad Moffitt, which is the grandson of Richard Petty, was there. He does not have short hair like this anymore, guys. Y'all see it in the footage whenever I get that put up. He has long hair and it's curly and everything else. So definitely doesn't look like that now. So super cool to see Thad. Do you have Frank Kimmel? Somewhere or another I do, hats. I met him a long time ago when I was a kid. Harrison Burton was there. Didn't have anything to personally sign of him because I didn't know he was going to be there. If I would have, I would have brought my stuff. But some of these guys just randomly show up. I think Kevin was talking about Ashley Strimmy, if I'm correct. Right, Kevin? Let me know. And I'll show you something here that she was actually there. Here's Michael Self. He drives the Sinclair car. That is a nice little ride there. I like that one. That one's nice. Then we got Christian Eckes. He drives in the Truck Series, and he also drives in the ARCA Series. Yes, she's a great TV host. Well, check this out. She's also a model. Ashley Strimmy, Miss Cosmo International. That's her personal card. She gave that to me. Signed. So, sweet to get that one. It's Ashley Strimmy. Alright, then we got Cole Custer in the Go Bowling car. 00. I didn't have this hero card, so I was super happy to get that one. A lot of these, like I said, they were handing them. So, it was cool to get some of the cards that I didn't have. David is over his head with her. And then, that's pretty funny. Ryan Newman was there, guys. I mentioned that he was going to be there. I got this Oscar Mayer car. Signed. My son got another 3 autos on Monday. Joey Logano. Oh, my God. You got a Gray Gaulden. That's my guy, man. Me and him is really, really close. He's kind of grew up with him there at the go-kart tracks and stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's cool. Ask your son what does he want to do with that Gray Gaulden there, Grammy. I'm a huge Gray Gaulden fan. Like I said, I kind of personally know him a little bit. Me and him used to be real good friends there until he got real big and we kind of lost touch. That's cool, though. That's epic. All right, check this out. We got a Bobby Labonte autograph here, class of 2020. Yeah, Kevin, that's kind of bad, man. That's not a good good vibe, man. That's kind of weird. Sorry you had that experience, man. Doug Yates. He keeps his autos. Not even for the right price there, Grammy. I'm just kidding with you. Hey, that's awesome though. I was wondering what he's gonna do with it. Doug Yates, legendary name. Legendary engine builder. His dad, Robert Yates, a lot of you know who that is. But Doug was there. Very nice guy. Very, very nice. Jeff Fuller. I don't know if that brings a name back to you guys. Yeah, y'all could have been rich. Jeff Fuller, though, he was a big Busch Series driver back in the 90s. He actually got up there and I think won a couple races. At least one, I believe. But Jeff Fuller, that's a nice little throwback card, too. That's an original. All right, getting into some of these guys. I think this is Travis Tiller. These are the legends of the sport right here. Now, I don't know much about these guys, so some of them I do, some of them I don't. So y'all forgive me on not knowing too much about some of them. We got Tim Lehman, the legend, former Columbia, Myrtle Beach, Augusta, and Savannah Speedway race driver. These are the legends right here. We've got Donnie Allison on a few here. The same cards. He told me to give one of them to my mom and me keep the other one because my mom was a big Donnie and Bobby Allison fan. So he gave us these. Then he signed some cards. We've got the cards coming, guys. Don't leave just yet. Those will soon be coming. We got Billy Bisco. Sorry, I said that wrong. Looks like a drawing almost, but it's a little image. Somebody must have drawn it and then he blew it up and using them for his hero cards. There's some of his stats. If you guys want to go back and read about him, there you go. This is Wayne Andrews. Check that out. Now that's a legend photo right there. That is really cool. That's a, I believe that's a Mustang, honestly, 302. Yes, I do agree, Kevin. Appreciate it, Hats. They surely do, and a lot of them, you can just hear them talking stories and stuff. It's awesome to hear some of their stories, honestly. Then we got Will Cronkite. He's got a weird-looking signature. But if you turn it over on the back, check it out right there. And then there's the signature, so he kind of copies. Now this is cool to me. You can tell I did not do this. It's a photo and they kind of had it laminated or whatever. That is Dale Earnhardt in the 96 car. To me, this photo itself is just sick to see that. And STP on the jacket. That is a nice photo. And there's his information. It says pit crew members or car owner. That's the people who he worked with over his time. So he was a pretty neat guy. Then we got Baxter Price. Check that out. Old Winston Cup driver. Back in the 70s. Kevin says, I met Mario Andretti once and everyone was getting his auto on pictures of Indy cars. I walked up with an old photo of him running a sprint car on dirt and you should have seen the smile on his face. Oh yeah, man, I bet. That's cool. Johnny Johnson. He's a local guy that runs at Bowman Gray. Well, used to back in the day. Now he has obviously retired. Jabe Thomas in the 25 car. There's his information. Ronnie Thomas. Now this one, I love the way this looks. That is beautiful. And you can see Martinsville right over the shoulder of that car. That's beautiful, in my opinion. Because Martinsville is my home track too. So that is a beautiful card. And here's the back, just as good looking in my opinion as well. That one I love. All right, then we got Bill Rossi. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Son of NASCAR legend Mario Rossi. So I guess this is paying tribute to his dad. Which is Mario, obviously. Then it gives his stats and stuff. Then we've got some little flyers here. Rossi. Yeah, I guess so. This is David McGee. He looks to be like an author, announcer, historian. Here's some of his books and stuff if you guys are interested in any of it. Bristol Dragway. A lot of stuff in Tennessee. So there's his autograph. Then we've got a Randy Myers. Old photo here. Randy Myers. Myers Racing, over 65 years of champions. I love Burt Myers myself. He's a good friend of mine. Jason, Gary, and Randy. And here's some information. If you guys are interested, on February the 29th, 2020, I'll be at this event, actually, at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Education Building from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They will be having the, I think this is the 3rd or 4th annual Triad Racing Previews. They'll have Rex White and some other members there. You know, the list is going to be starting to grow. I love Bristol, too. We go there to get autographs in the spring and fall when they come. But tickets are $10. Kids 12 and under are free. So if you're interested and you want to come down, you can go to those websites or show up on the day of February 29th, 2020 at 10 a.m. and get your tickets. There's a little advertisement. I know I'm going to that. All right. Richard Lehman, hobby and late model sportsman. Raced at Columbia, Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Thunder Valley, and Martinsville Speedway. That's a pretty nice little card. The Scene Vault podcast, done by Steve Wade. I forget the other guy's name. I feel terrible. Cannot find out what his name is. There's a signature. So there's their stuff. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. Not much stuff to do out there too with NASCAR, except for when they come to the West Coast. Charles Poindexter. Now he had this car there last year, but he didn't bring it this year because it was actually raining this year at this event yesterday, so a lot of these guys didn't bring their old cars and stuff down just for display. But there's Charles Poindexter. And you got Bill Magnum. There's a legend. Nice photo. Then we've got Bobby Fleming, his car. I mean, just look at the history here with these guys, man. Epic. Current and former Hall of Famer, he just got inducted, so that's why I say he's formally inducted. Waddell Wilson. Sure, that name brings a lot of memories back to you all that are avid NASCAR fans. There's his information. See right there, inducted into the Hall of Fame 2020. So he's fresh and all. All right, let's keep moving. I do not know who this guy is, honestly, and I feel bad. There's his information. He doesn't have a name on there. We got all this stuff they signed yesterday. It's insane. First ever Miss Winston Cup. Marilyn Green. You have a gold mine of history there. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think we do as well. Y'all will see Marilyn's cards here in a few. I've got them signed. She was the first ever Miss Winston Cup. She's actually runs a modeling agency not too far from where I live at. I could honestly show you guys sometime on a video or something whenever I go by there. Just quick film and flash and go. But this will be happening in Daytona Beach on Monday, February 10th, 2020. I'm not going to this now. I wished I could, but just not making it down there that far. It's on a bucket list, though. I'd love to get to Daytona, but Farida Lee, I think is how you say her first name, was down there advertising that. Jack Dotson, he's got a racing in a news place. I don't know much about him. Some of these guys I don't know who they are, and I do apologize. Lillian Van Diver, she was a lady race car driver back in the 70s, and she competed in the NASCAR Cup Series from 69 to 83. So one of the women that paved the way for like Danica Patrick and stuff of today's era and stuff like that. Here's another Renee Perks. She gave me a 5x7 at the second session. That other one was from the first one, but it says Love Renee, Miss Winston. She was one of the Winston Cup girls in the 90s. I mentioned that earlier. Somehow I got another one of these Maryland Greens. I don't know. She must have gave me two. Here's Eddie Sperling. I do not know much about him either. He was a Sportsman Division driver. Obviously, some of these guys did not make it to the Cup Series or, the upper class series. So I do apologize for not knowing much about him. Donald Johnson and Rex White. I wished I would have seen that Rex was on there. We were just moving so quick down the line. You had to just, say your hellos and keep moving. But Donald Johnson signed over here, and I would have loved to have had Rex. I'll have to remember to keep this separate so I can get him on there. But Rex was down there as well. Right behind him. Here we go. Yeah, she didn't help the sport much, but I'm just saying they paved the way for, you know what I'm saying. Rex White and Gold Thunder, that's what he called his car. Rex is the oldest living NASCAR Hall of Fame current living legend and was there last night. It's always a privilege to see Rex. He very nice, kind, young gentleman. I'm calling him young now. He's actually just turned 90, I believe. So, nice to always see Rex. Charles Roberts, Winston Cup driver and dirt driver and sprint driver, and seems like he's done it all here. But Charles Roberts lives in Anston, Alabama. So there's Charles Roberts. Charlie Roberts, but he goes by Charles. Here is Robin Agger. I believe it's his last name, Agger, if I remember correctly, because it's not labeled. But this is 1980 Southern 500, Terry Labonte's first win. He was part of the crew members. Check them out. Just look at these crew members. How illegal would this be in today's standard if you dressed like that to work on the crew? No helmets. No protection, honestly. Just avid working class men out there working on those cars, and I guarantee you just about everybody right there had a job to go to on Monday. Most of them did anyways, and they didn't actually travel with the race team, and it was just a whole different world in those days. That's really a cool image right there to see. Alright, we got Jimmy Johnson, the original Jimmy Johnson. It says RacersReunion.com, Memory Lane Museum, Mooresville, North Carolina. See it here, car 54, featured in the movie 3, the Dale Earnhardt story. Meet here today, the real Jimmy Johnson. And he signed it right here. This looks to be a print because it's a signature there, but that's where he really signed it yesterday. So that was pretty cool. And then we got Tex Powell. All right, Kevin, we appreciate it, man. Thank you for stopping by. You can just rewatch this later on and catch up on it. Tex Powell, though, he was a legend in the sport. Helped a lot of guys out. Benny Parsons, to name a few, and all the guys that you see on the front there. So there that is. And then we got Dink Widenhouse. There he is. His daughter usually remembers me when I see her. Jerry Cook, Hall of Fame inductee in 2016. Very nice young gentleman there. I call him young just because that's the way I want to do. I show him respect. Richard Poindexter, dirt driver. That's actually a really cool looking card there. I like when they show all those old images. And Brownie King to round it out. Then we also got this commemorative issue of Grand National Sports Card Scene. I won't just flash it up. It's got some information here. I think it's their commemorative issue. That's what it says right there. So we'll take a look at that someday. Check it out. So there that is. Alright. So that is all the hero cards that we got signed. Big stack of them. Big, huge stack. Now, we're going to make way and get into some of the cards just in a second. Like I said, though, I ran in the museum to pick up our tickets, and they have a lot of memorabilia and whatnot. But they have items for sale as well. They're not really ridiculously priced. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But most of the stuff is fair. The Hobbyist, what's up? Good to see you. But I usually go to a bin where they sell racing cards for 10 cents a piece. And I love going through it and picking out some stuff that I can get signed. A whole lot of times, though, I'll go in there for the Jeff Gordon cards and pick out some stuff for my PC. As I've told y'all before, I have over going on 1,200 different Jeff Gordon cards. None of them the same. That's cool. Glad to see you, though, man. Glad you stopped by. But I've got over 1,200 different Jeff Gordons. None of them are the same. The doubles that I have, I don't count. But was able to pick some up. Now, I don't know for sure that I need all of them, but for 10 cents a piece, I was like, while I see them, I'll go ahead and grab them. Because I didn't have my book with me to know, which ones I had and which ones I didn't. But picked these up. Now, all these aren't Jeff Gordon. We picked up these Tammy Jo Kirk. She signs through the mail, and I had seen that she signs, but I didn't have any cards of her, so I think this is the only card that she has released, as far as I know. So I picked those up, and I'll get those signed. We got a Bobby Allison here. This was the 10th anniversary of Max Cards, and they were kind of throwing back to some of the older cards that they used to make and kind of using the templates and stuff. And just making cards. 2 Bobby Allisons. I didn't mean to grab 2 of them, but I just guess I did. Got a Steve Park, because he signs. He owns a business down there in Mooresville, and you can walk in and get his autograph. So I got a couple of him. Rich Bickle. He'll sign through the mail. Steve Park. Very, very young Steve Park there, 1998. Hermie Sadler. Mike Stefanik, I grabbed this one. I know I can't get it signed, but he recently has passed away. I've only got 1 autograph of him, but nonetheless, for 10 cents, I wasn't passing it up. Hermie Sadler, Bill Broderick, or better known as the Hat Man, used to be the guy that coordinated Victory Lane, and you would see him in all the photos and stuff. Here's Hermie Sadler again. Rich Bickle, L.W. Miller, which is actually Kelly Earnhardt's husband now. So that was really cool to see that. And definitely plan on getting that one signed. Here's a Max 88. I thought I'd grab it just because of what it was from 1988. That's the first ever NASCAR set officially produced, besides the STPs and stuff like that with Petty. So I'll get somebody to sign that. Hermie Sadler. Brad Daugherty played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, that is. Sorry, I got mixed up there a little bit, tongue-tied. But Brad Daugherty is a car owner now in NASCAR. All right, here's the Gordons that I picked up. I won't spend all day on them. There's that one. You got this one. VIP 98. Some of these I may have, and most of them I don't think I do, so that's why I was super happy to see them. Jeff Gordon, that's a throwback to the 89 Max. That one is a nice one with the little etch there, teamwork. race number 2, 32 Days of Speed. That's an odd card. I had never seen it. Here's VIP 97. Now this one's got a little bend in it, but with some time being put in a sleeve or something, I'm sure it'll be all right. Jeff Gordon, though, that's a nice one. Kind of like the chrome cards, the way they bend. Jeff Gordon there. That's a throwback to 93 Max. 2 of them. They're both different, though. The difference in these are one is in gold and one is in silver, so I'm hoping that I don't have these, or if I do, maybe I don't have the gold or the silver, vice versa. There they are. And that's all the cards that I bought. It was like $4 worth. You can't go wrong. 40 cards for $4. You do the math, that's 10 cents a piece. Then I got these. They were in a little baggie for $1. And I seen Jeff Gordon on the front, and the card that's on the front was what really caught my eye, and that's why I bought it. I seen a Alan Kwiecki on the back, and I was like, do I really want to pay $1 for this one card? And I was like, yeah, why not? Because I have never seen that. It's an Epic Moments from Pinnacle. It's an insert. That's a beautiful card for Jeff Gordon. Then I got home and I kind of opened it there, and I was like, oh crap, we got some more Gordons. Rap Speed for this one. I don't think I have that one. Now, I do have this one. It's a Gordon Petty past and present card. I know I have that. And this is a Pinnacle Certified. Still has the peeling stuff on it where it's got to be peeled off. I'll just leave that on there. But Burning, it says Burning Desire, Bizarre, or one of them. One of the two, but it's a nice card. And then this is like a little stand-up thing for Alan Kwiecki. I don't want to break it though and fix it. So I just want to leave it like it is. But that was only $1, so I couldn't go wrong. Spent $5 in the gift shop. But all that goes to those children as well, the needy children, and it stays in the community down there. So I didn't mind helping them out. All right, down to the last little bit, and then we'll be wrapping it up here. We've got our cards that we got signed down there. It's 153 cards to be exact, honestly. 152, I mean. So this might take us a few minutes. Grayson's fixing to get his bath, y'all. Go ahead and start with this one. We met Santa. Grayson FaceTimed Santa from home. I was here down there, and then he FaceTimed Santa. We got his autograph. Santa. So we got the money card right there. All right. Like I said, we went to Steve Park's workplace. He owns a Batteries Plus Bulbs place. So I got him on some cards. He was more than happy to sign them. Felt bad throwing these up, but he was happy to sign them, so I just went ahead with it. He signed that one. I think he signed like 18 cards for me. I'll just kind of work through these. It's the first time I'd ever met Steve. If y'all guys want a brief memory of him, right after Dale Earnhardt Sr. passed away in 2001, the week after they went to Rockingham, Steve Park took the #1 card of Victory Lane, and it really brought a lot of joy to the tragic moments that had happened at Daytona. There he is in the 62 truck. It was not too far after, right before he retired from racing. He was telling us that how much he really missed it, and he now owns that store, and it keeps him so busy. So there's that. Wheels 99, and then I tried one in gold just to see what it would look like. It doesn't look terrible, but it's all right. And then I told him let's just sign them in black. So there's the ones we got at Steve Park's place. All right, now going into the first autograph session of the night that they had. They broke it up in 2 parts. I didn't really have much stuff for the first round, but for the second ones I did. Here's Donnie Allison. That's a nice card. The Hawaiian Tropic card. There he is after he'd won a race. Now his brother Bobby was supposed to be there, but he didn't show because he was sick, from what we understood. There were several people that didn't show that was on the list, but that's kind of the way you have to look at it, that they ain't going to all show. But here's what it is. We got those, though. Kevin LePage was there. He signed these. I actually bought the first two cards, these right here, from the gift shop. They were part of that $4 buying. So then I got them signed. Got that one. And then if y'all remember last Thursday when I was showing some of them cards that we opened, got an autograph redemption card. And then I went ahead and got it signed. So I guess I got mine signed. Steve Wade was there. He signed a couple for us. Some of them were doubles. Won't spend all day on them. Here's Rex White. He signed a few. He was actually felt good enough to stay for the first session, and then he came to the second one in the other room. Waddell Wilson, 2020 Hall of Famer. Super happy about this one. I add to my pro set. There's that. He was talking about how many different cards I'd had, and I said, man, that's not even all. Here's Marilyn Green. Got her on these two. I told y'all earlier I had the two cards that she was featured on. Then we got Renee Perks on this Winston car, show car from Pro Set. All right. Now, moving on to the second session. Grayson's going to get in trouble live here on the channel. I hear him getting in trouble now. Alright, like I said, Rex White was in the second session. So he felt well enough to come on over. So I was pretty happy about that. Rex White on that one. Got Rex here. We got Jason Line here on this NHRA card. Greg Anderson right there. David Gilliland, rookie from 2007. Super happy about that. We just pulled that this past Thursday in that repack rip that I did. Jeff Fuller on a couple. I offered him one of these cards because he was interested, and he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I insisted that he take one, but he didn't. Got him on a few here. He was really nice. We got Don Miller. He's one of the guys who's in charge over the stocks for tots. And he started it over 30 years ago. 31 years to be exact. This year was 31 years. Got Don Miller. Shona Robinson on a few here. She was telling me, y'all might be able to hear it in the footage. I can't remember exactly what she was saying, but something about they took the photo of that, and she was making fun of one of her team members when they took it. So I was super happy to see Shona. That was the first time I'd ever met her. This is actually her rookie card right here. She mentioned it, how she doesn't see that card too often. She was just amazed at how many cards I had of her, honestly. And this one is for one of my personal sets, the 93 Max Chromium set. Ted Musgrave was there. I was really happy about him being there too. This is one that a lot of people were excited about me getting signed. Check it out. When you put it up to that, it's just this looks awesome. That card really turned out great. I was happy with it. And then here's Ted in the number 1. That was right before he retired from full-time action there. Ted Musgrave on the 93, and then I got him on the Chrome set. He's very tough to get through the mail. He doesn't sign as far as I know anymore. Paul Andrews was there. He was one of the late guests that they announced. He had this one and he gave it to me. That's for the red border. I don't think I have it either, so that made me happy. Then the Ford Motorsports 91 Max, added him to that. And then we got him on the Chrome 93 Max. Alright, Humphrey Wheeler was there, as y'all know, from the Cars 3 movie, and then he owned Charlotte Motor Speedway. So I got him on the 88 Max on 2 different ones, and then on the Charlotte aerial view from 88 Max. David Reagan was there, super happy about that. I asked him, I was like, David, how do you feel about retiring now? And, you leaving the sport? And he was like, well, I'll still be hanging around. I'll still come to these events. So hopefully he'll be coming to Stocks for Tots next year again. I don't know if he was there last year. I don't think he was, but hopefully where he's got more free time now, he'll make some appearances and stuff at events like this. This is a nice red, white, and blue. And this is from the 2019 Victory Lane Pedal to the Metal insert set. This was honestly down there in Mooresville, North Carolina at Stocks for Tots at the NASCAR Technical Institute in Mooresville, North Carolina. It was last night from 5 until 8 p.m. East Coast time, that is. And they do it annually every year right before Christmas, roughly 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before. It's usually the first week of December or the second week. This was our second year going, and I definitely plan on going next year. It was $25 to get in. But you see all these autos I got? With the amount of autos that I got, I paid $25 to get in. I got 256 things signed. You do the math. That's like 9 cents an auto. How can you go wrong with 9 cents an auto? So, I did what? I did. I don't know what you're saying there, hobbyist. I don't know. Ryan Newman was there. Oh, you see the autos? Okay. Ryan Newman, Race Kings. Ryan Newman on the Prism. I'm super happy to get Ryan. This is usually how I get him every year because he won't sign at the tracks too often. Ryan Newman on the Victory Lane 2018. That adds another card to that. Check this out, though. That is beautiful. Those are exclusively only in the blasters for the 2019. Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course, because you got all those movie stars. Ryan Newman, though, this is a Prism for 2016. I'm super happy about that one, too. And then Race Kings, Ryan Newman from 2018. Oh, yeah, Comic-Cons are very expensive. I've never went to one of those. It's kind of above my price range there. All right, Joe Nemechek, which I'm usually got too much racing stuff going on to focus on going to a Comic-Con, honestly. Those are fun, though. I'm not knocking them. They are fun from what I've seen. Joe Nemechek, check out that, though, the Burger King. And we got him in the 87. It's a 94 Max. That's when he won the Grand National Championship in 92. It's 93 Max. Texas Peak car 93. This one's awesome. I got Scott Riggs to sign this one back at Martinsville at the late model race, and then I got Joe, so we put the dual auto on that one. Butch Mock, he was there. Got him on a few. This one's smeared. For what it is, it's still there. Butch Mock on the 90 Max. It's a 93 Max for Butch. And that one. Randy LaJoy was there. Now, I'm going to just be honest with you. Randy, I don't know. He might be an alright guy, but he comes off really snooty and just, I don't know how to explain it. He's just not that, I don't know. He kind of seems like a smart aleck. Maybe I'm wrong. He may not be that way. Who knows? But, just the way that I was getting the vibe from him, that's the way he acted. But we got Randy on a few. Anyways, this was not the first time I had met him. Randy LaJoy. Couple here. This is the father of Corey LaJoy. Currently runs in the Cup Series in the 32 car. So we got 6 cards signed by him. Corey wasn't there. He was last year, but not this year. I guess he had something going on. We got Bobby Labonte on a few here. He's recently in the Hall of Fame 2020 class. Got him on a few. And then we got him on the 2017 Donruss. That's a kind of a retro look. Then Winston Kelly. He works for MRN and is a big guy into the historian stuff with the NASCAR Hall of Fame. That's his rookie, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. He might have had a card in the 89 Max set, but I do believe that's his rookie card. He's always really nice. He always is at this event when it comes. My boy Greg Alden was talking about Grammy earlier. Told you I was a big Greg Alden fan. I have a lot of his stuff, all of his hero cards. Most of them I have. This is a rookie card, and I do believe Grammy and them sent this to me. Victory Lane. And check this out. Just 1 second. Do you have any Bobby or Davey Allison? Yes, I got Bobby's Allison's autograph. I do not have any Davies though. Check this out though. Silver. Rookie. Xfinity. For Greg Alden. And then that one. Check that out. Gold. That is awesome. I gave him the gold and I said, you need to try this one in gold. I think you do. Y'all see that footage. Let me see what my son wants really quick. Then we'll finish off these cards and call it a night. Just 1 second.
Hey, I got you something. Look.
He got some silly bands and a card.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
All right, run along and I'll be in there. I'll be in there in a minute. I gotta finish, please, Grace.
I gotta show you. I gotta see.
I'll be in there in a minute. He's wanting to start up, and I know how he gets in here, and I want to finish this up so we can finish up. All right, we got Tim Fedor. He is the current spotter for Kevin Harvick. Got him on a few here. 94 Max. That's 05 Eclipse. He was still running. That's a nice little die cut there. It's got like a little lanyard clip. That's from 98 VIP. 96 Fleer Ultra. Cole Custard on a few. He was there. It's a Phenoms. Here's a Pedal to the Metal. It's a nice one from Victory Lane. Here's a rookie card, Chris Buescher. He showed up there. Chris Buescher on that one. Then we got Todd Bodine, brother of Jeff and Brett Bodine. There he is on that one. Hungry Jack. Max 94. The Goody set. Been working on that one for a little bit. 93 Max. Diet Pepsi. Now that one looks cool. And then we got Cliff Champion. I added another card to my Max 91 stuff. Super happy to add that. Got a double of one. Then we got Cliff on his, I believe this is his rookie. I'm not sure. Obviously, it's not his rookie year, but his rookie card, I believe. He might have been in an 89 Max, though. And then Doug Yates on some team photos. He's on a couple images. He's in there. I just can't pinpoint him out real quick. There he is. And there's his dad, Robert Yates. So, I believe that's a wrap, guys. Like I said, here you go. Hero cards, 90. Hat, 1. 153 cards, 4 die cast, and 8 on my flag for a grand total of 256 autographs. Insane, insane. It was crazy. And our next autograph event will, I guess, take place in the 2020, year 2020, when we go to the Hickory thing, if we go to that. If not, it'll be at the Bowman Gray Racing Preview when we go to that in February. But we'll be doing a lot of stuff in between that time. Like I said, guys, tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, come back over and hang out with us. We'll be breaking 2 boxes of 2017 Donruss. We're actually selling that break, and we've sold some spots off. If you're interested in a spot, let us know. We're selling it by teams, and if you want to know what's available, I can let you know. Spots are $10 and $15. It's according to which one you want. But we'll be doing that tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. But I'm going to head off, guys. It's been a lot of stuff there we showed, and my voice is honestly giving out, and I'm ready to get this stuff packed up and done away. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I know this was unannounced, but I figured it'd be the best way versus like an hour's worth of video. Josh, you're back, and we're leaving, man. You missed all the cards. We just finished up, man. You'll have to go back. I think the last 30 minutes we showed them. I hate it, but you can go back and rewatch it and see it all. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and we're going to head off, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. sharp with our 2017 Donruss Hobby Box break. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys real soon. Take care, and God bless.